Ah, hello, welcome back. Get my cup here. Oh, there's nothing in it. I'm also almost positive that my mic is dead. I'm pretty sure. Fortunately, a lot of smaller programs this season, as we've discussed in the past, have suffered from controversial NIL rules and have lost a lot of key players to the transfer portal. But not me. Not where I go to school. But I don't want to talk about them. Losers. I just want to talk about at least one of the programs that has really reaped the benefits of the transfer portal and snagged a bunch of new players for the 2025 season. Ole Miss has benefited significantly from these new rule changes after snagging many offensive weapons fresh off of a disappointing season as they dipped in and out of playoff contention all year. Head coach for the Rebels, Lane Kiffin, who is now become affectionately known as the Portal King, has snagged wide receiver Dejon Stribling from Oklahoma State University after he went for 882 receiving yards with the Cowboys. Though Rebels everywhere are excited about the team's new capabilities on offense, the Rebels have also been able to snag a pair of 4-star edge rushers to add to their defense. Deshaun Womack, previously with the LSU Tigers, and Prince Will Umamielen from Nebraska. These two are amongst the top 10 edge rushers out of the transfer portal for 2024. That should keep Ole Miss afloat against SEC offenses in conference play. Kiffin was quickly able to identify team weaknesses on defense after losing former edge rushers. Can I speak? Okay. After losing former edge rushers Princely Umamielen and Jared Ivey to the NFL draft. Not only were there some struggles with the roster, but Ole Miss managed to lose their first conference game to the University of Kentucky after allowing the Wildcats to go 3 for 3 in the red zone and 3 for 3 on fourth down conversions, handing them their first loss of the season to an unranked conference opponent. Even though sometimes their lack of defense and unfortunate errors did kind of hold the Rebels back, their offense wasn't bad at all. They averaged about 38.5 points per game, which is above the national average for college football games. But they did arguably have some relatively easy record-boosting wins against FCF teams like Middle Tennessee and Furman, and then they blew right over Wake Forest and Georgia Southern. Although the Rebels had an uncharacteristically low-scoring game against Kentucky, and then went on the road again to lose to unranked LSU in Louisiana, they still had a playoff contention in their sights. I think what they thought was that their path would be similar to that of Boise State or SMU, who both started out their season in week 1 as unranked teams, but clawed their way in for a bid in the playoffs. So what's the difference? Why did Boise State and SMU manage to get into the playoffs while a rather dominant SEC team was left out? The difference really here is Ole Miss just didn't have the numbers to make the cut. Not only did they not play for a conference championship like SMU, who ended up losing to Clemson in the ACC championship, and Boise State, who took home yet another win against UNLV in the Mountain West championship, but they also already had 3 SEC opponents that had their bid into the playoffs. So just wasn't in the sights for them this year. So what comes next? Reportedly, Ole Miss has spent between $10 and $13 million in NIL, revamping their roster and adding 25 new transfers to their team prior to the start of the 2024 season. So after learning the new defense and working out some kinks, Lane Kiffin and the Rebels, with a fresh start, should have playoff contention in their sights.